Andrew Tate has been arrested right now in Romania, and they found him because of the post he made against Greta Thunberg, which you guys have to see. But he speaks up about being arrested the first time in Romania, so make sure to watch what he says now.
My house was raided by Romanian police, and people talk about me being a people trafficker. And that's a really, really interesting one. It's interesting because I actually kind of think it's a perfect storm. Some of the other things I say about accessible corruption or the fact I live in Romania, which has a bad reputation, makes people think, so he's a criminal over there and he can get away with it, etc. Let me tell you something about Romania. They have a bad reputation for a few things. And one of them is people trafficking, which is age old. That was from the 90s. It's not the case anymore, not at all. But they're very sensitive about it. The number one crime you'll get in trouble for in Romania is exactly that. It's the one thing that they're very sensitive about. It's the image of their country. They're not going to allow some guy to make their whole country look bad. It's like going to Dubai and bragging about fucking being a financial criminal or something. Like, no. That makes Dubai look bad. So that's the one thing you'll get in trouble for. I wasn't doing it. What happened was, and I've explained this at length, I was swatted. Loads of people have been swatted. Someone called the police with a fictitious story, a complete false story. We were having a party at our house. There was a bunch of girls there. My brother and I got bored, decided to go to the casino. We don't gamble heavily, but we wanted to go play poker. We went to the casino, left the party unattended. There was like 20 girls there in our PA. So there's only girls in the house. This is all on CCTV. This is the reason I'm not in jail. The girl gets a phone call. It's her boyfriend in America, somewhere in Massachusetts. I saw you on Instagram story. That's Tate's house. The girl, she was from Miami, actually flew over to meet Tristan. She messaged her on Instagram. The girl said, yeah, but I didn't want to be here. I'm trying to leave, and hung up. So her boyfriend, I don't know, simps, bro. I don't know if he believed her. I don't know if he was jealous of us. I don't know what. Calls the American embassy in Romania and said, my girlfriend's being held against her will in this house. Now, I have absolute respect for the Romanian authorities. I would hate to live in a country where they get a phone call saying a woman is kidnapped and they don't bother to do anything about it. That would be a terrible country to live in. Of course they strapped up. Of course they turned up. They were very, very respectful. They turned up. They were all strapped. They were very respectful. Andrew, because I'm known in the country. Andrew, Tristan, we've heard this report that it was a very cordial conversation. Look around the house. No one's here. We have CCTV in our whole house. They went to the cameras. They saw the girl on the phone, go out, get a pizza, come back, get an Uber home. They're like, well, this is bullshit. It's like, well, obviously it's bullshit. I was swatted. The guy effectively just made up a false reason and called me. Took us to the police station, do some paperwork. They came to the house initially to search the house at 5. By 8 p.m., we went to the police station, do some paperwork. By 8:45, we were released. That's it. No one talks about that. Tate's house was raided for human trafficking. He's a human trafficker. His house was raided for human trafficking. I have no charges. I'm not on bail. There's no criminal investigation. It's over. It's done. But the nature of the internet, Tate being a human trafficker gets clicks. Some girl lying doesn't get clicks. It's the nature of the internet. So I don't get a chance to dispel these things unless there was a mass banning event. And when I was talking to my team saying, look, we have to change the public image. We have to change the way, create certain things in the month before the ban. We were discussing how do we fix these rumors? And it's hard because especially when you have massive detractors, people who hate me don't want to tell the truth. They hate me. They just want to take anything they can get to attack me. Like I said, they can't attack my physicality or my success. So they have to attack whatever they can get. So there are people on the internet who repeat the same lie on repeat because that's all they want to say. So it was actually a blessing in disguise. So there's no people trafficking charges. I'm not a people trafficker. The woman's come forward to me many times I don't beat women. Like all these things are complete false narratives. And that's why the banning was a good thing because it allows me to finally get everyone's attention and say, listen, calm down. I know I'm top G, but you can't just be a human trafficker and run around the world and get away with it. Like that's insanity. That's crazy.
It's almost like a fresh start, clear the air. All right, after the smoke's gone, let's see what we got.
It is. It's a fresh start. And although I don't believe my enemies and detractors are logical enough and intelligent enough and also non-emotional enough to accept it's a fallacy and simply stop saying it, what it does do is the Matrix has fired every bullet it has. It's the empty clip. They fired he's a people trafficker thing. It's been proven false. They can no longer repeat it. They can't take the bullet back and reload the gun and shoot it again. So instead of having it as a nagging annoyance, instead of having it as the odd bow and arrow shot at me for the rest of human time, I'm glad they shot me with the M16 and it's done. And I survived, top G, here I am. And I can finally understand that it can't be repeated and it's finally gone away. If anyone listens to my content, I champion masculine, strong men who protect women. That's what I champion. I say all the time, people trying to say I'm negative and my mindsets are negative. If you call a police officer in the heat of battle, you want men brave like me. If you call a fireman, you want him to charge into a burning building. You want men with the tenets I teach. We are protectors of society. We're absolutely not the predators of society. It are the people who are my detractors, the ones I talked about who are objectively unattractive and objectively unsuccessful. They are the predators, not successful men. I have no need to kidnap anybody. In fact, I beg them to leave my house. I'm not trying to beg them to stay. I'm like, listen, the party's up, young lady. Please go home. So it's absolute insanity, and I'm glad I can finally clear the air on that one.
Listen, and I'm going to say this on this podcast now because I say it in every other one. I would never, ever kill myself. I truly believe they're going to come and they're going to try and kill me on a long enough time frame because they tried to shut me up and I won't shut up. They're either going to try and put me in jail or they're going to kill me, and I would never kill myself under any circumstances ever. And the reason I say this, and I say this to people, and they go, but what can they put you in jail for? And I'm like, how ignorant are you in your ignorance to believe they need a reason? You believe it's fair. You believe I can get a lawyer and prove myself innocent. That's not how it works. They decide you're guilty long before and they find a reason why. And it doesn't matter what you do about it, you will pay the fucking price. It's not fair. None of it is. Every single system's corrupt. It actually annoys me when people say that to me. Well, just get a lawyer. Why? They can't put you in jail if you're innocent. Yes, they fucking can. And that's what people don't understand about the world. They can and they do and they fucking will. And that's what's scary.
So, guys, give me your opinion on Andrew Tate. Do you hate him? Do you like him? What do you think about him? I think the reason why he has such a massive following is because of certain points that he makes about family values and being traditional, and then he ruins it all with a lot of misogynistic kind of statements. So there's like this catch-22. The character he's playing can be perceived as very negative as well. So I'm very curious if you guys like him or hate him or what you think about him. So post your comments below. Let me know if you think that he has merit or not. Again, what you like, what you dislike, and let's try to see if we can get to the bottom of why so many people follow him. I tend to think that he's tapping into one specific area that goes beyond left or right, and that is that he's trying to bring back a sense of quote-unquote family values and male-female roles, which has been very muddied down in his opinion. Therefore, I think that group of people that are like, yeah, why are we single? Why aren't we in a relationship? Where is, that love? And especially like the good, nice guys who have been badly hurt by women, for example, they gravitate toward him tremendously. Yet he then starts claiming about how it's important to protect your woman, but then you hear all these horrible claims about him, right? Then they're saying he beat his girlfriend, and his girlfriend comes up and says, no, she didn't. He wasn't beating her, and that it was gameplay or some S&M play thing or whatever. So there's a lot of back and forth behind this. So I'm just curious from an analytical standpoint what you guys think. Do you think they are going to go after him and hurt him? Do you think this is all planned? Do you think he's really sex slave trafficking? I'd say logically he doesn't need to, right? I mean, he's got women throwing themselves at him. So I don't think that is something that fits. I do think that he says some horrendous things. I think he says some smart things. And then he says, obviously some real stupid stuff too. So there's like this back and forth constantly going, which is really exhausting. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts. So post your comments below. This is comic book artist, writer, and director Graig Weich from BeyondComics.tv. Make sure to follow, subscribe, and as they say in comics, to be continued. Peace. Post your comments below and make sure to subscribe, follow, and share. Thanks for watching, guys.